3, 2, 1.
Go.
Shawnee, welcome to the cockpit. How are you, buddy?
Oh, look, I'm excited, actually. You've been sending me cockpit information and saying what it's going to be and what the new setup will be. Well, look at this. I mean, this is first class, Ash. You've put a wonderful thing together, so well done to you.
Thank you, man. Look at the lighting. The lighting's heaps better. We can... No, I'm not even going to mess with it. We can adjust. We can adjust it brighter. But yeah, last week we were a little bit dark. But welcome to the cockpit, man.
Oh, mate, how exciting! New thing for us. New way of pushing forward with what we're doing, and it's really going to make life, as I understand it, easier for you as well, I believe.
It's a lot quicker for us to just grab the file and put it straight into the production, and all we got to do is fiddle around with the end of it. But no, it's good, man. We get here today, obviously, on Friday afternoon, which is the best time. Scotty and I used to do them on Fridays. That's what it was all about with your buddies.
Yeah.
So here you are, Shawnee. Welcome here again. And this is the first cockpit podcast. So
this is going to be really great, and it's going to change what we're doing. Look, it's a new way of getting out to the people, and you and I look terrific in bright light and better cameras. Look at us. I mean, who knew we were so good looking?
Friday, what have you been doing today? You, I believe you might have ended up on a job finished today. Is that right?
Yeah, I finished up at a place today, so start a new employment next week. So we're excited about that. Monday off as well, which is always nice. So start Tuesday, but finished up at a place that
long weekend. Good on you.
Yeah, and look, the place was okay. Unfortunately, just a fuel rationing and whatever, our hours got a bit run down. So while we enjoyed what we were doing, it was, just came to an end. So I had to go and get something else. So yeah, new chapter starts Tuesday. Can't wait, and means you don't have to keep picking me up off the street.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little bit of routine back and a little bit more moolah as well. It always helps everybody. We're always living week to week, aren't we, as tradies and the normal people. It's it'd be nice just to have that little tip more, I reckon.
Yeah, and look, I think you're right, actually, in what you say. I think everyone's doing it generally pretty tough out there at the moment. So, they said it on the news the other night, everyone's going paycheck to paycheck, and people's savings have run out. Everyone's just going paycheck.
Yeah, well, the price of diesel's come down to $2.24, which is massive drop. What's the unleaded running at the moment, mate? Does that come down as well?
I don't know. Is it $1.99? I think I saw the other day. That was on the news as well when they were showing the prices on the way down. $1.99.
Big shout out to SOS Safety Signs. We've been doing you guys at the end of the podcast lately, but with a new cockpit, we're positive. We're going to try to pick on positive stories and go forward. So at this stage, get down to Muller's Road there and see the big fella and go down there and get your signs done. And there's young Chris man there with his nice-looking groomed beard there. He's out there in the workshop, and they'll come out and do all your cars and tractors and everything as well if you need them. So plenty there. Go in and see the big fella. And the other one was our normal one. Who was it?
Well, Jason is the man I always mention, so you've thrown me with that. But I know Jason and SOS Safety Signs, I know they love Friday, but I reckon you could be talking about Hellfire.
David down at Hellfire, absolutely, matey. I just thought I'd wonder whether you'd pick up on it. You did disguise it well.
I'm getting older, mate. I don't pick it up as quick these days.
But down near Port Arthur, they're not far out of Port Arthur. They're down on the southeast of Tasmania. Go down, have a look, go through the new showroom and come out with 3 or 4 bottles, beautifully designed labels. It's a really good place. So have some fun down there.
Well, yeah, and a wonderful part of the world, as you and I have quite often said, and Hellfire, as we've also said, what a great bloody name. So, go down and pick up some bottles out of there when you're there, and enjoy your time down in Tassie, and could be a good way, I reckon, of finishing off your holiday down there, wouldn't it? Coming home with some Hellfire.
What about the Fox and Firkin up here at Teacher Gully?
We need to say that carefully, obviously, but the Fox and Firkin. I think Miles Payne is up there, isn't he? Our man.
He
Miles?
certainly is. Good, charming-looking fella up there, pulling beers and.
Sorry, I shouldn't say our man, but Miles Payne, he's up there.
Careful.
He's up pouring beers and just doing all the great work that he does. So we love Miles. And the Fox and the Firkin, been around for a long time. Wonderful pub up there. People love going up there. Great setting, great atmosphere all the time. So, get up there.
Justin Hopper over in Liverpool, over in the Wirral there in the new Brighton. Big shout out to those guys. We're still linked in with a Tea Tree Gully and a Liverpool or the Wirral, which is across the other side of the Mersey. So we're still doing that podcast there as well and in their magazine. So a big shout out to everyone in Liverpool that actually gets to watch some of the podcasts. So
when's your next one with them?
It's overdue. He's just come back from. He might have gone to Turkey or Lebanon or one. He's gone
for a hair transplant.
No, yeah, actually he did go for a hair transplant. But
that's where I need to go.
I need to go there as well. But no, big shout out to everyone in Liverpool. It's a great place. If you can go down there to the wharf and get a few photos with the Beatles, it's certainly charming. And where you went to what was the
Cavern Club?
Cavern Club. So there's lots to do there. There's lots of pubs. It's old. It's good. It's they got gargoyles on their old buildings down near the wharf there. It's good. So
yes, reminded me of Port Adelaide, so I felt at home. Should have worn my power.
You would have,
but
yes.
No, look, love Liverpool on the Mersey, and loved walking around down there and everything it's got to do. But look forward. Hey, Justin always does a good podcast with you, so it should be good to see when the next one gets done, how that goes about. He always puts a good one together.
Plenty of Milne Road stickers stuck everywhere on the toilet, on the cisterns, on the pisses around Liverpool. So
well, there's probably some in Modbury too, and Elizabeth and Salisbury. So
Ireland, there's a few in Ireland. There's a few in Barcelona.
Well, I got some on my drink bottle the other day, and the lady said, "Well, what's that?" So I explained a bit. We do a podcast, so
she brought up Murray Sontag, yeah.
Yeah, she said, "What's Murray Sontag all about?" I said, "Well, that's our Sunday," and that made her scratch her head, obviously. But
he was the greatest door installer down at one of the smelters where I work, one of the steel smelters, and
you could have used him today.
Murray Sontag, what a name! Yeah, that's what we base our Sundays on. So. Great bloke. There was another Morelli as well. He was another good one. And
you had to do some heavy lifting yourself today, didn't you?
It's nice to step in their footsteps, like not at their level. I'm only doing the glazing down there, but it's certainly that's a very organised shop where we do that stuff. There's a lot of stuff goes overseas and lots of laboratories here in Australia, and that's great work. It's very detailed and very, very good, very clean, very professional outfit. So it's nice to be a part of that one.
And it's nice to dedicate Sundays to Murray. We haven't done one on a Sunday for a while, so we're going to have to come up now with a what we call Fridays or Mondays, I guess. But
what do you got for Mondays?
Oh God, I don't know.
Maybe we do a Morelli Monday.
We could do a Morelli Monday.
So it's a Murray Sontag and a Morelli, who was the other super door installer down there.
What's your
How
Friday?
about we do that?
What's your Friday?
Fontag.
Oh,
I got no idea. I got no idea.
Let's put some thought into that. It could be a Nichols Friday, just to celebrate the great lady that listened to all our shows.
There you go, mate. You've covered that one well.
Nichols Friday. Welcome to Nichols Friday.
So, yes, it looks like the price of oil's come down, which is really good. Or the government subsidising something to support the mums and dads and the small businesses, I guess. So that's good, isn't it? It's good that it's come down.
Is it that, or is it that they started fining these oil companies for putting their petrol prices up so large? So is it that,
allegedly? We don't know that. We don't know that at all. I'm not sure.
But is that?
I know you're only asking the question, but
I'm just putting it out there. Like, is that what's then force the companies to bring, or do we have more supply? That's the other question I've been trying to ask people, but no one can tell me whether that Singapore or the overseas that we were going to get in, has that arrived, and therefore that's been beneficial.
What's been going on in politics? Is there anything new jumping out in Australia at the moment? bar the obviously the one we won't get too involved in with Big Ben. But what do you know?
Not much in Australian politics, but certainly in the great USA, we've just had Prince Charles visit the White House, which he was very well received. And Charlie, he got his ears through the doors and got in okay. And I watched his speech that he gave to Congress, and my goodness me, it was really, really impressive. He ended up giving him a bell from an Australian warship, which was actually named Trump, as it turns out.
Is that right?
And he had actually had the bell given to him, so he presented that to Donald as a present or a gift. So he came up and got the bell off this warship, so that was pretty good. But Prince Charles spoke very, very well, and his speech to Congress was really good for what modern times are and the way the world's heading. He was very good.
Have you heard any more on the drilling in Queensland? Have you heard any more about what's going on up there?
Oh, supposedly it's going ahead, but is it? Where are we at? There's no more information, and sadly, certainly the only thing that I've heard this week, mainly around Australian politics, is that the Farrer by-election is coming up, which is the one that everyone's been waiting for. They said that Pauline Hanson's candidate would run rings around and win it quite comfortably. But there's been a bit of late mail, Ash, that he actually applied to run for that seat for Labor, and they said no.
Okay.
So Labor have come out and said, look, he wanted to run for us, so he's not really a one nation, sort of candidate. He just wanted to be a candidate. So that's been a bit controversial in the last week.
Oh well. What about baseball overseas? We'll touch lightly on that one as well with the Yankees. They've just come off a 2-1 win against
Texas Rangers.
Talk about that.
Texas Rangers, always never easy to win at that particular ground or stadium. Yankees got both wins there, really good wins. Max Fried again and Cam Schittler doing amazing work on the mound for the Yanks, and they ended up winning those 2 games. It's a 3-game set, but I figure that, if you're winning 2 or 3 each series you play, Ashman, you're doing okay. So Yanks are 1.5 games clear now of Tampa in the AL East. Second after them comes Baltimore, 5 games back. 5.5 to Toronto, and then finally 8 to the Red Sox.
Good memory. Great memory. I love it.
So that's our ladder as we look at it today. So
Wow.
1.5 games ahead of Tampa. So
What about Stanton? Is he out still? Injured?
Still injured. I think he'll go to some sort of elderly respite home. Unfortunately, he's in a bit of trouble with his back and his hips, and of course we know that's where he swings his power.
He must have a bit of arthritis in his hips, surely. Like he swings that hard, doesn't he? Like he swings like a ball.
Everything's swung hard. I think arthritis is the name of his physio, actually. Look, he is really. He's been phenomenal. So he should only be a couple of games away from coming back. And look, big series in Baltimore starting tomorrow morning.
Yes, they've got the Orioles coming, haven't they?
So that's at the great home of the Yanks. So that's a homestand, 3-game set there against Baltimore, who are obviously in our division. And if you can put 3 games on them, 5 games becomes 8, so that puts a bit of a gap on them as well. So that's what we're hoping for. I have, really good news popped up yesterday that Garrett Cole, one of our favourites,
Cozy,
he's throwing a AAA game yesterday. So we'll see how he pulls up from that. But he's really coming along with his rehab, so he's not far away now. They're saying mid-May, which is great, instead of end of May. And then Carlos Rodon is starting another game this weekend as well, AAA. So they believe that he could be back mid-May as well. So we get both those back, and we've got a bit of a gap in the vision.
Judge and Rice, they're looking good, aren't they? Very, very strong. Lots of home runs.
Yeah, well, Ricey, people were saying that he shouldn't be in the team, that it should be Gold.
He should be in the team.
But
he's solid as a ball.
He just swings so easy, and you think, oh, yeah, he's hit that hard, but they just seem to get out the park all the time. So I don't know what it is, but he's a very gentle, smooth swing of the bat. And, you know, Judge, what was the one that he hit yesterday or the day before?
464 feet.
Yeah, into the second deck. He absolutely demolished that baseball.
See ya!
Yeah, and then he hit a double after that as well off the wall. So, you know, he's in some form at the minute. There's no doubt about that. So I'm really looking forward to the Baltimore series. I always like the AL East ones when we're playing our own mob in the, you know, in that division. I think we're playing good enough baseball to probably beat them in a couple, if not three. And then, as I say, you know, then that starts to put a gap on them as well, which would be nice. So, yeah, tomorrow morning, 9:30, Shaun will be up in his pajamas or underpants, just sitting there watching the world go around from Yankee Stadium, and can't wait for that. So, and I think ESPN are broadcasting that one tomorrow. So, Shaun will be up with a cup of coffee early on a Saturday, just sitting back and taking that full game in and hoping to God we can get it done.
Yeah, I'm certainly enjoying the baseball this year. I did get excited early, as everyone knows. I did sprout off early that I could see something different, and sure enough, it tidied me up like usual. So I had to take that one. I did learn from it to zip it up, because at times I can wander off quite easily. And yeah, no, it's good. They're in a good spot. They're in the lead at the moment on in their division. So all they got to do is keep winning. You know, as you said, keep winning 2 out of 3 games. And
isn't that sport?
Yeah, it is. Winners are grinners, mate. You just got to keep pushing forward. You know, it's. I rocked into the smelter this morning, and we've merged with another smelter that's come into the same office. And
terrific.
One of the ladies came in. She was received a bad email, like we received a bad email about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and
yes.
She was benign. She was aggressive. She didn't like this nasty email that came in,
dear.
and I said, my ears propped up straight away, because I love a fight. So I'd thrown my net out there and caught them all, and I had them all going at once. There was about 4 people in there, and had such a fun joy with it. It was so good. So
you stirred her up.
Stirred the whole unit up, mate. It was excellent. So
that's what you
I
do.
love that stuff. No, I love it. You know, if someone's got a bitch about something, it's great to get in there and just throw a little bit of burley out there and just see if you get any bites. And
you take the side of the
bang, it was like 15 piranhas got me. You know, it was but that's what I'm about. I do like that stuff. It's
having
good fun.
a bit of a stir, and by the time you went left, they were thank God he's gone. Yeah. So, but coming back to what you're saying about sport, I mean, I know you got excited about us. You know, on the baseball front, you know, at the start when we were on fire. I did too. I think that's the great thing about, you know, sport and how it is with following a team. You know, we all get, when we're that passionate about it, we get bloody excited. When they're losing, we go and, you know, mow the lawn or go fishing. But, you know, even with, you know, footy this year, people would mention Port Adelaide, and I'd forget who they were. Yet, you know, I went to the Geelong game, we win that, and all of a sudden I'm looking, where do you buy AFL tickets for finals at the MCG? You know, you turn around, you get excited, and you're like, well, hello, we're back. So it's the thing of sport, isn't it? You ride that wave with your team. And
I think as Australians too, it is, sport's very, very big. We bet on anything, don't we? We bet on things like frogs, and, you know, that mosquito's going to land on that window. How much are you going to bet? You know, I'll put a greenback on that one. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Or whether Ash can get out the office safely. But after he stirred it,
I stirred it up and left. I shit in the hornet's nest and then got out. So, no, that's what it's about.
Yeah, well, no, it's good. And look, you know, is the Yankees, as we've said, mate, it's going to be a long year. It's 162 games, so there's going to be times you're going to want to put your Yankees shirt on, another time she'll go in the bin. So it's going to happen. And, you know, same with the footy. I mean, tonight, Ashman, who do you see winning Showdown 59?
I reckon it'll be 19 points to Port or it'll be a blowout to Port by maybe
Oh, I like it.
39 points.
Oh, I
I
like
think
it.
Adelaide's in a bit of strife. I said that last podcast that they're a little way off of getting 4 or 5 games together back to back. Don't know why the drop off. They actually finished last year quite well, but disappointing start at the moment. I can't see either a spark. That's the bit I'm looking for. I saw the spark in the Yankees early. I did shoot my mouth off early, as we know, but I did see something different, and I think there is something different this year with the Yankees. Adelaide Crows, same old, same old. You know, the Showdowns, I think it's 41 each or 36 each or whatever it is at the moment. I would say, looking at the passion with Carr at the moment, he's got their heads right, and I reckon that Port is in a better spot to, especially with Butters and what's his name,
Horn Francis, my man. Oh my God, I love that boy.
Who's going to stand on those boys in the middle? Like either both are in there or one's in there and one's having a rest. Who's going to take the bull by the horns for the Crows?
The other thing
Not
is
that little
yeah.
black-haired guy, because he sort of stands back and puts his hands up. So what do you think, dude?
After being there at the Port game last week, thought we looked really, really good. But then you're reminded that they're a young team. Adelaide worry me. If there's one team that worries me, it's them, because every time we go shoulders out and we get a bit of a head wobble, we think, oh, yeah, we're going to knock this mob off. Adelaide just have a habit of Walker kicking 6 or whatever. I think Dawson out is a big out for the Crows. I think that is a massive out.
So he didn't come up at all?
Well, he had his brother's funeral on Wednesday.
Okay.
So he attended that, obviously. So he's ruled himself out for this week.
Fair call.
Which he would. So that plays into Port's hands a little bit. I don't like the changes they've made. So I think we can get the job done. Showdown, though, you always think that, and then you don't know.
And it's a Crows home game, so you've got very few compared to how many Crowies are there. Not that really matters, but it does play if you're, let's say you're 5 goals to 1 down in the first quarter. It would matter.
Yeah.
Because then, you're fighting all the way back against the flow with the crowd.
Yeah.
If you were 5-1 down with a Port game, then you'd say, we've got the crowd to get us home. But, normally there's the battery light. Look at it. So looking at it, I would think that at this stage...
On Nichols Friday.
Yeah, I'd be thinking that at the moment I would say that Port, I reckon, by 18, 19 points. I reckon they'll win by... I think they'll be up in the first quarter and they'll just hold it off from there. And you might have a couple of fluky goals by a couple of the guys, but that'll be about it.
I had Adelaide Crows in the top 4 pushing for the grand final this year based on what they did last year. It was interesting, the stat that they showed throughout the week showing that Adelaide are number 18 for playing on this year. Which is a total different way of them playing. So
are they using it, though?
They've changed.
Are they using the ball?
No, they turn it over. So the modern game this year, every team's gone to playing on as quick as they can and getting it forward. Every team's doing it except for one. Adelaide goes slow down the line, and with the stand rule this year, stand. It's basically like a free player. So you got the bloke standing.
Yep.
And every team's then getting a quick handball through to get the runner from behind so that they're running the ball with pace down the ground. Where Adelaide,
get it.
They're 18th for playing on from the stand rule. So they haven't woken up to that tactic. So whether they change the way they play is going to be very interesting.
Well, let's see how it goes. Normally they're pretty close. Normally they're within 4 or 5 points.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But, they are close. They've always been close. They're either a blowout or they're within a couple of points. And it can go either way on the last kick of the day. Who knows? But
might go burn some Roman candles on the way home, just to hope. Anyway.
Roman candles are okay.
It's a Crom Crom, as they call themselves, home game tonight. So we're never popular down there with the. I don't know whether.
No, Mandy's going. She's going with
God bless
Debbie.
her.
So
God
I
bless
said,
her.
don't start any fights in there, you two. I said, I know what you like.
Well, I reckon they should. Yeah, but
Well, they probably will.
I don't go to Crows home games. I just get too, gets a bit mouthy and people, you get in a bit of trouble. So I don't go to those ones. But Mandy, God bless you, love. I wish you all the best in there, and hopefully you can get the boys up by yelling and screaming a bit anyway.
Well, we're going to talk about who's on the bus this week. We have got a battery light again. Here we go. What did we make? 30 minutes? Are we up there yet?
Oh, I don't know. We're not having much luck with that, are we?
No, we're not having much. We did get the camera right this week, but what I might do is just get off my camera and go back to you because that'll stop using the battery in the camera, so I can think of something to keep us going. But
well, I don't know if we
on the
go
bus,
with me either.
Let's
So,
go on the bus this week. Let's
wind the bus up. Here we go. So Ash, I reckon we said we'd probably have 10 on the bus, so 5 each. So
yes, let's go.
Who's your first pick?
Well, we've got to find a driver first.
Nichols Friday has to be the.
Nichols Friday.
So Michelle Nichols has to be the driver on the Friday, doesn't she? This week?
All right. So we put
She's
her,
my first pick.
put
I'm going
her
with
on
Nick.
the bus.
I'm going with Nick.
Who are you going with?
Michelle Nichols. She's my first pick.
Oh, she's the driver.
Yep.
No, she's the driver. You got 5 each now.
Oh, okay. You've gone that way. Okay, so Michelle Nichols is driving. Who's your first pick to go out of your
I'm going to
five?
go Mel Gibson this week.
Mel Gibson.
I'll
and
be the
what?
first. I should not start repeating that stuff. I do love it. But Mel Gibson's on the front for me.
All right. I'm going to go Prince Charles because I thought he was electric with his speech to Congress.
Charlie?
I'm going with Charlie. His ears may get in the way, but we'll have him on.
Well, cheers, Big Easy. That's Australian anyway, even if he's an Englishman, right?
Yep.
I think that I might run also with. I love my music, and I'm still very hard into Rob Thomas at the moment.
Oh, really? A bit of Matchbox?
Yeah, a bit of match. Well, just Rob Thomas on his own. I like him just as. I like
Great
his
voice.
good bloke.
Great voice. I've been actually what I've been hitting up recently is a bit of 80s and Springsteen. So I'm going to put Bruce on. Born in the USA. I listened to that album again last night on the way to netball, and oh my god, that came out when I was 11, and that's still one of my favourite albums.
He'd be the youngest looking bloke on there, wouldn't he?
Oh, he'd be. Well, I'm not sure about that, but
He would be. He still looks
He's,
pretty good for
he's,
80, doesn't he?
He's and the E Street Band members. Oh my god, they were an amazing band. So that was one of my favourite albums of all time. Got it on cassette in Singapore in 1988. That was,
All right, we'll talk about
a while ago.
Singapore in a minute.
Yeah. Anyway,
Kurt. Oh, here we go. Change the battery. We're going back to you. Kurt Russell, mate, for me.
Kurt Russell for you. Goodness, Kurt Russell. Quick explanation on that one. What are we? What are our thoughts there?
On the bus. Kurt Russell, a great actor. I love him for his action and his witty. And he was, I think his dad, don't quote me on this one, I think his dad was the original New York Dodgers.
Was he?
And I reckon they sold that in 19-something or other to Los Angeles.
Yeah. Well,
I reckon his dad was involved in that, and I reckon he was playing baseball all the way back then. Not Kurt, but he's affiliated with baseball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And in that vein, I'll go with an actor as well. So I'm going to go with Kevin Costner because obviously he was in Bull Durham, probably my favourite baseball movie, and had a great character in that movie where he was the catcher and main lead.
He said,
player
"Hey,
for the
big boy,
team. So
slow down."
yeah, he's especially when he's on the mound trying to work out what to get them for a wedding gift. That's quite a good scene, that one. So Kevin, yeah, look, I'm going to go an actor. I'll chuck in Kevin. Now I know you're doing some technical exploration in the background. Who have you got at number 4?
Number 4, Commodore. Let's go out to. Let's put Derek Jeter on the bus this week.
Oh, a Yankee. Like
Yeah,
it.
we've been up this week with the Yankees. Let's do Derek Jeter.
The captain.
Number 2, Derek Jeter.
Well, look,
The captain. He's a good one. Shortstop.
I'm going to go with A-Rod.
You're going with the rod.
I'm going with A-Rod. Of course, he didn't like the fact Jeter was shortstop and he had to play third, but, oh, jeez.
Camera's a bit hot.
Yeah,
Not
sorry,
too bad.
get your hand off my leg. So A-Rod, I'm going with A-Rod. He was a terrific player for the Yankees over the years, and any man that's able to date Madonna, I tip my hat to. So
I might put Gary Sanchez on there as well from
so
the.
he's your fifth.
Yeah. I think so. He was a great catcher. He'd ping the home runs probably 1 in 6, 1 in 8, 1 in 10, 1 in 12. He was quite good.
Well, I'm going to go with Mariano Rivera. The greatest closer of all time.
The number 9 innings pitcher.
Nothing better than starting as a reliever, as a closer, and the song you're playing in the background as your walk-up song is Enter Sandman by Metallica.
How good's that?
That just absolutely sets the scene that you're just going to dominate. So always loved Mariano. So many great occasions where he saved them in big playoff games, and he was the main man. So on the mound, and hang on, we can.
Hey, how's this? We might have to go back to where we all started, mate.
You've got your hand on my leg again.
Turn your camera the other way.
Hang on, here we go. There we go.
We've
got both of us in it again. Here we go.
Houston, we've got a problem.
Well, it's Nichols Friday here, and Michelle, well, you'll probably tell us off for this because it hasn't gone well, is it?
It's gone well except for the camera. The camera, we've had an issue with the temperature. It's turned itself off.
Oh, goodness
So don't
me.
forget, they had issues with the toilet when they went round the moon. So
Shit.
Shit, yeah, absolutely shit. So they must have been backed up when they landed. So I assume once they spoiled into the water, then all shit went crazy, did it?
Oh, God, I don't know. I don't even want to know about that. But so we got our bus. Well, there's a pretty good bus for this week.
That's not too bad, is it?
Pretty good bus there, and Michelle driving it. So hopefully, she hasn't been on the terps again. I mean, that's one thing she does. She just hits it up. So hopefully she does.
I hope she's not drinking on the bus to work.
Oh, you'd bloody hope not. So, but Michelle, again, we tip our hat to you as the bus driver on Nichols Friday, and what a great lineup we had then.
Well, she'd be happy there. There'd be a few greasy boys up there that should be. John Travolta probably could have got on there. We'll wait for the next one, but
or Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I got to stop because it's instantly I'm going to recite something, and on this channel you really can't recite anything.
I mean, you could have gone down the clean way. I guess we could have gone down. Lady, did it sound like I ordered a pizza? When he's in the Die Hard movie.
That's what I was about to go down, and yeah, for sure.
Oops, sorry. But no, look, we've kept that clean, haven't we?
I think so.
Yeah. So,
but on the bus, I think it's good. Some weeks you have all musos and actors, and maybe next week we might have Gav's bus.
We could have Gav's bus, and I think the other thing is that if people want to put in the comments when they watch the pod, they can always put in a comment if there's anyone they think they might want to see on the bus. There you
go. How good's that?
People could come up with their own bus, and we can, put a few people suggestions on. Well, I'm happy to do that if you are. And
well, we've got the ability to go live now as well, so we can get that.
Oh, hello.
So, well, I'm still miles off from. I'm a special needs person for the computer, so I'm still a little way off from getting it done. But hey, as a compromise, we got. One camera went down, but we've managed to
we still
have the brain sense to slip over to the other one. It's called a redundancy. They use it on the space shuttle. They use it on the Artemis, the one that went
Arthritis again.
Arthritis is around the moon. So
and look, this is what we did for 99 episodes. So it's not like it's anything too different. But you've done well with the technology so far. I don't know how you've put it together.
We've got plenty of lighting, haven't we?
Yeah.
So the lighting's done well. I've just got to work out what's going on with the camera. The beauty is we got the camera up. I know we're harping on a bit about it. It's taken 6.5 years to get to this point where
it's amazing.
We got the switcher now that the switch is working all right. The cameras I'm still having issues with, but each time you look at something, it costs you hundreds of dollars. So what we're trying to do is just try to get through the issues as cheaply as we can, and still make this thing fun. So
Yeah, and
we're on the same. What's that?
You've done an amazing
keep going,
job to
mate.
put it. You've done an amazing job to put it all together, and I don't know how you've done it with this cord goes with that cord, and this cord goes with that cord, and hey, this camera's on this one. You've done an absolutely amazing job to hook all this up. So well done to you. And look, one little battery goes flat. Whatever. We'll make sure she's charged up next time.
At least we got sound, haven't we?
Hey.
At least we got sound.
And the other thing was, he said you've done well with the lighting now. Like the picture and the lighting's really good. People have spent years trying to make me in darker light, to be honest. But you've done that really well as well. So, mate, this is coming a long way. And when we get it all, now with the batteries, it's going to be bring certainly the show and the podcast forward. So
we're about what's on the clock there? 34 or 44?
Yeah, cannot read that from there, but that's okay. I think the guide dog barks at 50. I
think it says 35.
Although we ran out of biscuits, so I think
it says 3506 with the glasses
he's
up.
stuck under the desk because we ran out of biscuits. So
hey, let's
be in trouble.
Let's go to Singapore. I did
Yeah.
want to go with this new cockpit setup.
Yep.
That would go and talk about maybe some places we've been and whatever. And we were chatting about Singapore before this podcast started, and I went over there in 2016 with Mandy.
Yep.
I had a friend called Matt Moran, and he's
is that the chef?
Yeah, he had a book there on his counter. A different Matt Moran, but
okay.
yeah, they'd moved on to Sentosa Island, which is the little the little V drive down the bottom of Singapore, and it's a gated community, and we were lucky enough to
gated. You said.
Gated community.
Okay, yeah,
so I think the medium prices back then in 2016 might have been $3 to $4 million a house. So
imagine what it is now.
Yeah, so it was beautiful. Even the towers looked like palm trees, and
wow.
They're on the 3rd or 4th floor in a big condo. All the parking's underground.
Yep.
And we would go down there every day underneath and come up through an elevator, and that would take you straight into your suite.
Pretty flash.
And it was a big suite. Yeah, really big. You had 3 or 4 bedrooms and big kitchen area.
Nice.
And then they had a big veranda that looked out where all the ships came in. So if you know Singapore, Hong Kong, the ship line goes forever, like 180 degrees of the boats trying to get into the port. So at night time, you could sit out there and have a steak and a tiger beer and actually sit there and watch all the ships come in.
Nice.
And, it was still 28 degrees. It was still beautiful. You could sit out there,
yeah.
which we did most nights. We sat out there, and
nice.
they had a cold room just the other side of the marina there, because they were on the very entrance to the marina. So, and they had a cold store there where you could buy alcohol, because it's not promoted over there in Singapore, alcohol at all. It's a very clean place.
Yes.
There's very little crime. The kids say they're bored, but they've got Universal Studios there as well. So, if Adelaide had Universal Studios here, I'm sure that'd be filled up most days with kids and that. So
yeah.
But a very nice place, very clean place, very organised, structured. If you want to get onto transport and all the rest of it, it was easy to get on somewhere and do it. So.
I remember we went there in '88 as a family, so I'm talking a while ago. That was the last time I went, so yeah, I am saying it is quite a while ago. But I remember it being extremely clean, that it had signs everywhere that you couldn't put litter in the street, that you had to put it in the bin.
Yeah, you can't spit chewies or anything.
Yeah, couldn't do any of that, and they had policemen standing in the street just watching everyone. And I remember thinking, gee, this is pretty drilled down in terms of what you can do and what you can't do, but gee, it created a great city. The only thing that we did find, we went to a jewellery shop and in one of the supermarkets or the shopping centres, and we weren't going to buy anything in the end. We were due to walk out, and the guy grabbed my father by the wrist and tried to grab his credit card out and said, you can't go and, won't give you a credit card back until you buy more. So they even shut the doors of the shop behind us. So I remember Dad getting really, really super angry, and we went out for dinner, and we happened to be referred to the owner of the shop for going over there, and so Dad rang him or messaged him while we were over, and we went out to dinner with him, and we ended up getting a dinner that was worth quite a few $100 in an apology because, they'd obviously tried to fleece us in the shop, and Dad was not happy. So the owner certainly made up for it that night. We went out for dinner. I'll never forget it. Jackson was his name. I don't know how I remember that from 1988, but Jackson took us out for dinner, and we had this big banquet for about 4 hours in it, in apology. Great city though, all in all.
Yeah, it's very clean. It's a beautiful spot, and it's only 9 hours max from Australia. It's not
same as Bali.
Yeah, pretty well.
So
to land there, it's when we I'll tell you a story. I'm not sure people have heard it before, but we went via Perth on this trip, and so we never picked up our luggage. It was always sent forward through Singapore Airlines, and when we landed in Singapore Airlines, the daughter Caitlin wanted a bottle of something or other duty free. So when we got off the plane, we went straight in and grabbed it, bought this bottle of stuff, and then we checked out into Singapore. So we just went in and got through customs, and we were through. So it was a taxi cab. We were in the line at 11:45 midnight.
Oh, wow.
Trying to get a taxi to Sentosa Island there, and this lady walked past with a suitcase. It was about 6 foot tall. She was a professional cyclist.
Right.
And I said to Manny, check that bird's bag out, would you? And she goes, oh, no. And I've looked at her and I said, what's going on? She said, we never grabbed our luggage.
Oh, no.
We never went to the carousel. So as I said, oh, fuck. And it's turned around, and the guys with the machine guns looked at us, and I said, oh, here we go. This is going to be good fun.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, like
wide front.
it's midnight. We don't speak Singaporean or whatever, Chinese, whatever it is. So we go up to the counter and say, we forgot our luggage, Lady goes, no. I said, we forgot our luggage. So then the machine gun guys walk up and they say, what is going on? And then we said we'd forgot our luggage. We just got some duty-free booze and forgot about who we were and what we were doing. And they said, we'll take the girl.
Oh,
so,
what?
So I thought, might not see her again, So anyway.
Sure, if I can get me undies and a T-shirt,
anyway,
that'd be great.
She walked off with the two soldiers with the machine guns.
Oh,
and
no.
She walks around the other side of the glass, and I'm waving to her saying,
oh, no.
That might be it. I'm not sure if you're coming back or not, whatever.
Love you.
So as she's walking down, they ask her, do you know what area you got off to go and get your bags? What carousel?
Oh, yeah.
And she said, I've got no idea. We left our baggage back in Adelaide, so there was no idea of anything.
Oh, God.
And they said, oh, you must know what carousel. I said, look, we come from Perth. Where's the carousel that came from Perth? Like, work it out,
Yeah.
So obviously there's two suitcases going around on its own. Everyone else has picked up their suitcases.
Good Lord.
And they say, oh, is this yours? Your papers don't appear to be in order, And I'm thinking, well, she's thinking, well,
At least I'm in.
I've got to get back out on the other side of the glass yet. I'm already in Singapore.
See you, Mum. See you,
I'm
Dad.
on holiday. She's still in there fighting for the country,
Well, geez, she would have been. Was she angry at you afterwards? Or?
No, we laughed like shit 3 days later. It was
yeah.
funny. It was a good storyteller. But
Well,
if I didn't see the lady, this is the irony. If I didn't see the lady with the big suitcase, we would have got all the way.
Oh, you would have been off to Sentosa.
We would have got into the gated community in Sentosa without any hardware, so we wouldn't have had jocks or knickers or anything.
And she would have been lost then. It would have been no hope of getting
It's
it
probably
back.
on the way back to Australia, lost and found,
Well, that's, oh, my God.
So the only thing I had was a bottle of scotch, and I said, we just have a little top up before bed. So it was quite funny after the fact, but at the time it was.
Oh, yeah.
But if I didn't see the lady with the
luggage,
oversized suitcase,
imagine that. You would have been 14 days without any different clothes on.
Would have been a bit whiffy over there.
You would have been certainly having to shower every couple of days. But what I did like about that story, though, the main thing I liked was the French security guards that were in Singapore. They had a very French accent. They were,
Oh,
come with us, very French accent. So I liked how they were French. No, anyway, great story. I'm glad Caitlin survived because, she could have been anything. Could have,
Mandy.
Oh, sorry, Mandy. That could have happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caitlin gave us the tickets. She didn't come.
Oh, sorry. So it was Mandy, was it? Yeah. So
Yeah, but Singapore, they got the...
you might have been single by now, Ash. She might have taken off for the
Oh,
Singapore
we saw
bike.
Matt and Kerry over there, and we had such a good time. It was,
Yeah.
I think it was nearly 19 years since Mandy had seen Kerry. So,
Yep.
We had that 5, 6, 7, 8 days there, which was just tremendous, living in a beautiful spot. And we hadn't met Matt yet properly anyway. We'd
Yep.
only seen him in papers, and he worked for a fairly high up mob, and I think he'd come from Russia or somewhere and lodged back in Singapore. So, it was great to catch them up. It was a very important catch up, and I'll leave that one alone. But we ended up going in to the city of Singapore, which does look like Sydney, our Sydney here. It does.
Yep.
Lots of high rise, very clean.
Love it.
Lots of good concrete roads, and we went in and had meals in the city where only a local would know. At certain times of the night, the street closes off and becomes, you can get your cheeses and biscuits and beers, and
Yep.
or you go up to the 86-story building there, and you can get a $20 beer up there that was about 300 mil high.
Well, now you get a $20 beer at Adelaide Oval for that. It's,
Positive, mate. Positive.
Yeah, no. We're being positive. I'm positive it's expensive. But, no, look, I love Singapore. And back in the day, if you would remember the old cassette player.
Sure.
Well, we didn't have one, and I was 11, and Dad said, look, as a special present, for the trip, you can buy yourself a Walkman. So I bought my Walkman, and I thought I was the greatest bloke in Singapore. And I said, well, what do we do with it? Because I had the Walkman for a couple of days. He said, oh, yeah, I suppose you might need some music for it. So we went back to the shop and look, back in those days, I think it was like $2 for a cassette or whatever it might have been, and bought Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. It was the first ever cassette I ever bought. So absolutely love that. Obviously, that album still to today. But so I got that. My sister bought the Bangles. So we were absolutely set for the next 2
Not
weeks.
going to sing it.
And actually, you might even remember there was a song called "We Are the World" where all the artists got together, like Michael Jackson and whatever. So that was a joint one that we both choose. We could have a joint one as well. So we cleaned up on the cassettes. We thought Singapore was pretty good after that point in time.
What was the long bar called? We had a discussion earlier. What was that one called?
What's that?
The pub that had the long bar, and it had the expensive alcohol, and it had the fans.
You were telling me that story off air, and
you'll have to have a look on your phone there. Type in the long bar. Keep it on there.
Yeah, so
long bar. Have a look and see if you can find it. But
yeah, we'll do quickly.
But we went in there. Mum gave us $100, and she said, well, she was still alive. She said, Singapore's great. Go to this place, and everyone will know it once we say it. But it's the long bar, Singapore. But we went in there. She gave us $100, and I thought, oh God, she's giving us heaps of money. But I think for a vodka, lime and lemon and a lager was $84. It was some
really?
tremendous amount of money.
Well, it'd be for the atmosphere, wouldn't it?
So in the end, we got peanuts for $28, which I thought was a lot cheaper. We could use the rest of the money for something else. But
Long Bar in Singapore. It is actually called the Long Bar.
Righto.
In Singapore, it's a historic bar at the Raffles. Of course, that's
Raffles. That's the one.
Raffles, yeah. So that's the famous hotel there. And no wonder it was expensive. I didn't know you were talking about Raffles, but that is, one of the world's most. So that's thanks to Perplexity. Thanks for that. We just looked that up on Perplexity.
Yeah, well done. Well said.
So Raffles, no wonder it was expensive because that's one of the most expensive pubs you can go to in Singapore. So no wonder you were. Up for a couple of dollars.
It was a very English built building. It was white and big windows and whatever. And then down the bottom, they had all the fans just going like this. And there would have been seriously like 30 fans that were just these rattan sort of fans that were made that was obviously on a chain that they all went at the same time.
Oh, it would have been fancy.
Just to keep the air moving because it's so humid there.
Which year are we talking about? When were you there?
2016.
Okay, so a fair while after I was. But I remember when we went over, Raffles was the big expensive one. If you were well-to-do and you wanted to spend a bit of money, then you went to Raffles. So I remember that was so having now known that you went to the Long Bar in Raffles.
$28 for peanuts. It just about blew me off my seat.
Goodness me. Well, I mean,
I'm not even sure we shared a Coke.
can you imagine how much that is now? Can you imagine how much that is now, though? For your peanuts, it's probably
even without the exchange rate.
$56.
Even without the exchange rate, I don't know what it is anyway. I don't know whether it's dollar for dollar or what, but...
yeah, well, I actually, we can probably just have a quick look.
no, what a great place. What about the...
what currency do they use over there in Singapore? Do they have they have the Singapore dollar, don't they?
They have the Singapore sling.
Anyway.
I think we brought one of them back, didn't we? Brought one back in a can. I think they're still sitting out the back in the Bathurst fridge for
how did we
October.
go? Actually, sorry, I was been meaning to ask you now. We might as well tell the folks. Anzac Day, you went up the Tea Tree Gully RSL. Then you came back here. How was your day with Pete?
Very good. Yeah, I think Collingwood won again, so...
he would have been absolutely over the moon with that.
He hates Collingwood with a passion, so...
I've never seen a man have a hatred of a footy club like he is for
It was the golf day that made it good, so...
you had a bit of...
77 out of 72, so...
you haven't told the people about that.
I have, so we did that Monday, so...
Yeah, 77 going around. Goodness me.
Yeah, it was a group one. There's two guys doing it.
Yep.
But no, that was good. But
It is
Singapore, what's the building with the three towers with the pool on top?
The Petronas Towers? Oh, no, that's Malaysia, isn't it?
That one was good. It had a gondola and had a waterway underneath it.
So you went back in the modern times. I went when they were still using horse and cart. So, yeah, I haven't been there for a long time. But all I remember is it was a bloody memorable place, and I've been dying to get back. I've been to Malaysia a couple of times, Kuala Lumpur. So I've enjoyed Kuala
They
Lumpur.
build at night time, so in Singapore I'm talking, they don't stop. So because the weather's so good, it's not hot or cold, it's just constant at the same time. So what they do is they can pump concrete at night up the side of a building and keep pouring overnight. So they can build so much quicker compared to Adelaide here.
Well, you see
or
how
Australia.
You see how much the Chinese can build, how quickly they
can. They don't fart around with all the. I'm not going there with the WO stuff. It's just, they get on and move on. They're probably 80 years in front of us because they drop all the crap. Just go about your task and get it done. Like
the freeway and extra bridges and everything they've been building in LA and the extensions in LA have taken 5 years and they're still doing it, putting it together. Now,
sure.
Someone looked it up the other day and they saw the same stretch of highway with bridges and what have you in China was built in 8 months.
There you go.
So, it's extraordinary.
Isn't it different when you can just put your head to it and just go and do the task? Like, don't forget all the muck that holds everything up.
Well,
life's short. Get on and get it built.
Yeah.
Sure, work out whatever issues could be there and whatever. But, to me, an airport's always going to be an airport and it's always going to be loud. If you don't want to live there or you've got an issue with sound, don't live near the airport.
Well, that's the age-old one, isn't it? Why did you move next to the airport? I don't know. I hate the bloody planes, people
but I love Brooklyn Park. I love Brooklyn Park. What are you talking about?
Close to Lockleys Baseball Club, which you and I love. Just
Rutland,
to quickly
don't
let
talk
you know,
about Rutland, for goodness sake.
I'd get the shakes. Just quickly to fill people in, it is the Singapore dollar. I was correct in saying that. So at the moment, $1 Australian dollar will get you 92 cents Singapore. So it's about on par. There's only an 8 cent difference there. So it's only an 8 cent difference. But goodness me, Ash, I tell you what, to be Chinese at the moment, you'd be pretty happy with life. Their military's loaded. Their technology's loaded. Their buildings are coming along.
Well, they're saying they're on the dark side of the moon. Are they fighting there as well?
They're just absolutely going ahead.
it's amazing, isn't it? You know, just what's there. The future's certainly going quickly now in regards to where we were born, in regards to technology. Technology now has gone right up.
I just wish America could get its stuff together more. I mean, you now got the homeless problem. I mean, LA now, the block, as you know, where it used to be homeless people. Have a guess how many blocks that's up to of homeless people at the moment?
12 blocks.
52 blocks.
52, is it?
52
I've
blocks
seen
of
it.
homeless
It's
people.
not good. The Tenderloins, it's not good. That's in San Fran. But, yeah, same thing.
But in LA, they're up to 52 blocks now of homeless people in one area.
Don't like it.
So
I don't like it.
there's a lot to fix up in the in America, and I love America, as you know, and I know you do. So we love America. There's a few issues for them to tidy up, I think, at the minute.
Yeah, they got a bit of muck to still get off their truck, haven't they?
Yeah. So Trumpy, we'll see what else he
Hopefully
does.
the Iran thing sort of gets sorted out pretty quickly and everything goes back to normal. But
and then they can take on
just
Cuba.
grab me that battery because I'd like to finish the first episode with the cameras going if I can.
Well, look, we will. We'll hand you the battery.
So just
I'll keep talking.
talk out loud for a little bit. And,
yeah. So being an American lover, I love the Yanks and love America, and I'm sure they've got themselves together militarily and technology-wise. I'm sure there's stuff that we don't even know about. The thing that is going to be fascinating in the next week, Trump again has now said that all the UFO information will come out now. He's in the next week or two. He has brought that forward where he did promise it last week. He's now saying, well, look, we didn't do it. We apologise, but we're ready to roll with a lot more information now on the UFOs and going to release some information. So can't wait to see what that is. If it's in the next week or two, we certainly hope it is, because I think that would be a fascinating thing to get our teeth into for the podcast as well. Running through that, what information they come up with. So cannot wait for that in the next week or two. That's going to be a big one. And then hopefully Iran can get sorted out and, we can get on with normality, some normality anyway. Oh, hello, he's back. He's back.
How's that? We've lost the sound now, but no, all good.
No, we got the sound, have we?
Keep talking, mate. I'll just get myself level.
It's we're having a bit of fun today, folks. But once this is up and running, this is going to be the creme de la creme of technology.
How good that we had the ability to take a punch and we got back. Michelle, you're going to love this one on the bus because you'll be laughing like a mad woman. So I'm sure everyone will be looking at you on the bus on the way to work. So, no, we'll have to try to work out whether we can get hardcore 240 volt to the camera, which I think we will. But we're up around the hour, nearly
an hour.
Nearly an hour. So we've done quite well on this first.
Digital one. I think you've done well, mate. I give you a round of applause because I wouldn't have got anywhere near this. So
we nearly got shut down, didn't we, at the 35-minute mark? But we managed to squeeze under one, which was good. But hey, look, it is fun. It's all about fun. It's all about trying to fill up your time and your gaps, and it's not here to do anything more than that. So, yeah, Shawnee, if you can try to wind it up here today, I think that. Yeah, no, grateful that we've got this first cockpit one done. It's had a few teething issues. I think it's great. We are looking at more positive stuff and trying to just make sure that it's happy and fun, and that's what it's about. It's time out for us and for you guys. So
and it's great to get away from the normality of work and life and the grind of it. I took up coaching my daughter's netball team, so we had our first game on Tuesday. We copped a bit of a hammering, but we're all new to each other, so we
as Brooksy says.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we found out we got a forfeit this week, so it'll be 1-1. So you're looking on the positive side, like you're talking about. All of a sudden, we're 1 win and 1 loss, even though we don't play. We've got one back. So look, great bunch of girls. Absolutely love them, all 8 of them, and it's going to be a pleasure to coach them. So we've made our whole team around fun as well. So we're not going to make it a grind. We're going to have some fun, a bit like this. So really, it's a great way to go.
Okay, everybody, that's the Cockpit number 1 done in the 1st of May. So thanks for being with us. It's really nice to be on this switcher, and we've got some lights now. We've got everything sort of pretty close, haven't we? So once we get these cameras sorted out and we get the automatic switching done, and that can take time. But be safe, everybody, and have a good week.
Yeah, take care. Have a good week.
Have a good weekend coming
same
up.
to you, Ashman.
Happy May Day to you and everybody else.
I won't wish you good luck for the Showdown, Ashman, but have a good week, everyone. And, hello to the North East Zodiacs into one team. Hopefully we have a good week, girls. And hello to Michelle Nichols. Good luck driving the bus, love.
Okay, that's it from the Milne Road studio. First Cockpit podcast. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Can't wait.